Yorkshire Knights head coach Mick Cook. Mick, good victory over Gateshead at the weekend, 58-12. It went a bit slow first half, but then the Knights flew second half. How did you see the game?
I thought we defended very well for just about all the game. Conceded 2 tries the first half, one from a slip and the other from a grubber kick that was deflected and got a little bit scrappy. But on the whole, very few missed tackles in the game. As you say, second half, the boys really got on board with each other, pushed forward and scored some outstanding tries.
They did. The half-back combination of Scott Rhodes and Anthony Thackeray from Hull, how did that stand up?
Yeah, it went well. Thacks, it's only his second game with us. He thought he did a lot of good things. Scott, again, did a lot of good things. Some of his kicks were very good. We put Gateshead under pressure with our chase. So yeah, I think there's still a settling-in period, and we've still got Andy Gargan and Danny Grimshaw to come back into the squad as well. So pretty pleased overall. The guys dug deep. We had a lot more tackling to do than Gateshead overall in the game. But we stuck to our guns, really worked hard the second half and got the rewards for it.
We had a couple more players come off injured up at Gateshead. Any news on them and on the rest of the players that are coming back?
Yeah, Dan Potter, first chase on the kick-off. Pulled up groin, he's got a strain in his adductor, so he'll be very doubtful this week. George Rayner, he came off, he had some spasms in his back, but I think he'll be fine, he's training okay, so I can't see any problems with George.
Just looking ahead to this weekend, obviously Halifax is going to prove a much sterner test, beating Keighley at the weekend. How do you see that going?
Yeah, I think it's exactly what you said. It's a much sterner test for us, but we have to be confident in our performance. The second half against Gateshead, we really pushed up in support and caused them all sorts of problems, and there were some great skills as well. We'll need to start the game in that vein and with that attitude this week. Halifax, as you say, quality side, bigger, stronger, quicker than Gateshead. Defensively, we'll have to muscle up, and with the ball, we need to play some football on them. But as you say, it'll be a good test for us.
That's right. Obviously, the Knights announced this week the signing of Luke Watling, only 15 years old and younger brother of Knights prop Liam. Obviously, it's great to sign young local talent like that. How's he gone this week?
He's been training with the first grade squad and he's going okay. He's obviously getting used to little systems and plays that we use, but he's settled in fine. He's good to work with. His attitude's very good, and he could be one for the future.
That's good. Is that a sign of where the Knights are going?
I think we should do. Yeah, there's a lot of quality players in York, and we don't want them leaving York to go somewhere else. If we can keep them, we'd like them to come through and have the vision of 90% of the team being York-based players, which would be a bit unique. To be fair, you won't get a lot of teams that have got the main nucleus of players are from the home club or the hometown. So it's good that like Lee Maples and Johnny Waldron, they're coming into the squad and they're playing very well. And there's quite a lot of York-based players now in our squad. So I think for the future, if we can keep the York-based players, it'll be great.
That's great. Thanks, Mick.